Are we getting referred to friends and family or not?
Absolutely. 10 out of 10.
That's a lot. 10 out of 10, right? You guys are sitting on a lot sideline thinking whether I should buy or not. If you're renting, you should, if you can afford. Because let's say if you're affording to pay $3,000, or in your case, how much is the monthly payment right now? Monthly payment on the original loan.
Under like 2,400 or 2,300, something like that.
That's a rent for a 3-bedroom home. And we bought a 3-bedroom home with only let's say under $2,500 a month payment. All right, another successful closing. Today we got typo title with one of my dear friend, and today's the day we close it.
Yes.
It's been a journey, right?
Most definitely.
What is it, like 6 months into it?
About 6 months.
It's about 6 months. We kind of started like towards the end of last year, beginning of this year. We went through like, 3 escrows?
Yes.
But hey, you know what? I always believe what they actually get as a buyer happened to be the best one. Let's ask him, right? What is his idea? What overall experience? And what I believe is my personal belief. And I really want to understand overall how's the experience, if there's any room for improvement. And maybe if you want to let us know or let the audience know the mortgage side, right?
From the first time I gave Mirrors a call, I had a good buy, and I felt like this was going to be a pleasant experience. Shortly after we started looking at homes, we were able to go ahead and pull my credit. I was able to see where I was, what boundaries I had when it comes to budget. And it was a really good experience to be able to go from home to home, define exactly what I was looking for, because I did not know what I wanted. And luckily, I was able to find several different properties that spoke to me. But at the end of the day, that last particular one was just what I was looking for. It felt like home. When it comes to the broker side of things, it was a much easier process than I want to say than my experience with the credit union that I was using. Information seemed to flow more clearly, a little bit more transparent, and that's what I was looking for. I did not know how to conduct a apples to apples comparison, but after some time and learning through this journey, I was able to actually like utilize Narrow's services, and here we are today closing.
Obviously, being a mortgage broker, it has a lot of perk because we can shop around between hundreds of different lenders out there. Obviously, we have our go-to top 5, and then the rest are there just in case of emergency, or there's a case that maybe income or there's some sort of issue that this top lenders are not accepting. We can go towards all the other 200 plus lenders. But luckily, see how God plays this stuff, right? After all these almost 5 months, by the time we got to this final escrow, the lender that we're using for this escrow, United Wholesale Mortgage, out of Jesus' great luck, roll out a new promotion that they gave him very first year, 1 year free buy down of interest rate. The original rate is 6.375, and his first year is 5.375. I think that was a selling point.
Yeah.
Right. And then that worked out. I'm very happy. And as I said, many times over the course of the time that we were looking for different homes and getting into like 3 different escrows and didn't work out for whatever reason, I mentioned that eventually everything going to work out at best. And that's the result. Got the best home and also best term on the loan. Can't go wrong with that. And I'm very happy overall. With that being said, thank you very, very much for your great, in-depth, detailed explanation of how did it go and all that. I guess my last question would be, are we getting referred to friends and family or not?
Absolutely. 10 out of 10.
That's a lot. 10 out of 10, right? I got to do a little Trump dance.
Right? Oh my gosh.
I got to tell you guys, if you are planning to buy a home, and I get this question literally, if not every day, every week at least, is this a good time to buy? to be honest, if you're renting, like by the way, he's a first-time home buyer, right?
Yes.
So for a first-time home buyer that been paying rent all this time, always is a good time to buy, because every month you pay your rent, you're paying the landlord's mortgage. Or the way I'm looking at it is you're trashing your money because that money went out of your life and never, ever, ever going to come back to your life. But when you're making your mortgage payment, it goes back to a little saving account called home. And that home is yours due to inflation and everything. They're appreciating. It's not guaranteed. The real estate industry has its ups and downs, but over the long term, over the next 5 years or 10 years, they always appreciate in price. Imagine the people that bought a home in 2000s or late 2000, from 2010 to 2020 and until now. Most of them have hundreds of thousands in equity just because they own the home. Plus, as they make their mortgage payment every month, their equity on the home went higher and higher. Obviously, they owe less money. And if they want to upgrade to a bigger home, they can sell the home and get their equity out and put a big down payment on a bigger, better home. And that's what is going to happen eventually for Jesus. And I'm very happy for you. So thank you. This is probably one of the best decisions you ever made to become a homeowner, because there's all kinds of different benefit that comes alongside with it. Yeah. First of all, it's your home. You can do whatever you want with it. On top of that, the financial benefit that comes with it. Anyway, longest story short, if you guys are sitting on a sideline thinking whether I should buy or not, if you're renting, you should, if you can afford. Because let's say if you're affording to pay $3,000, or in your case, how much is the monthly payment right now? 20
On what?
monthly payment on the original loan.
Under like 2,400 or 2,300, something like that.
That's a rent for a 3-bedroom home.
Mhm.
And we bought a 3-bedroom home with only let's say under $2,500 a month payment. You can't even rent that home with that money, right? At the end of the day, don't wait. Let us make your dream home possible. See you there.